Inference Plus Story Short Number 5, Series B. There is a woman. She lives in the walls and only comes out to take my things. She moves them around to make me think I'm crazy, but I see her and I know what she does. I always leave my ring on the little hook by the sink when I wash the dishes. I've done it the same exact way for years. When I looked up this morning from washing the coffee cups and saw my ring was gone, I knew she'd sneaked up behind me and made off with it just like she had with my hairbrush last night. I was in a panic trying to find that ring for the rest of the morning. She left it in the butter dish. I don't know why she'd bother to do such a pointless thing. What kind of person takes a diamond ring just to hide it in a butter dish? I can't understand it, but that's what she does. I found my hairbrush in the freezer. For Pete's sake, the freezer! I hear her moving around on the walls at night when Harold is asleep. She scurries and scratches and rattles the pipes. I can't sleep for all the noise. Sometimes I wake up Harold and he says it's just the house settling and shh, go back to sleep. He always was a sound sleeper. I don't know why it still surprises me after all these years. That woman doesn't ever move his things, only mine. I suspect she's sweet on him and would steal him if she thought she could, but Harold's never been the type to stray. Grateful for that. A different sort of man would be tempted with a woman who kept scratching around all the time. Just like the Bible says in Matthew, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Even a good man eventually finds the limits of his will. Even a good man like Harold. So I make sure I give her a good tongue lashing to remind her just whose husband she's after. There's a man who comes by to visit who brings me strawberry ice cream, which is my favorite. How he knows that is a mystery, but he seems nice enough. His name is Robert, same as my little boy. I tell him this every time he stops by, and he smiles at that. He talks about his own children, a girl and a boy, how big they're getting and how well they're doing in school. The girl's name is Cora, and it's such a coincidence because that's my name too. It's nice to see a man take an interest in his children like that, and I tell him so. That makes him smile too. I send him home with candy for the children if the wall woman leaves me any. Sometimes she eats it all up and leaves the dish empty. The chocolates can be there one minute and gone the next. She's quick as lightning. The man named Robert tells me it's okay when there isn't any candy and kisses me on the cheek. Such a sweet young man. His mother raised him right, and I tell him so. He smiles at that too. Such a nice smile. I hope my own little boy is just as handsome someday.